الحمد لله وكفى وسلام على عباده الذين اصطفى أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا بالله ورسوله سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وبارك وسلم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وبارك وسلم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وبارك وسلم. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is so merciful, He's so gracious, He's so compassionate. That despite of the faults that we all have, He keeps on giving us the opportunities to turn back to Him. If you look into the year, He has created ways that we somehow get those special blessings, special mercy, special rahmah, special sakina, and somehow be able to benefit from it. For example, when the year starts with Muharram. Muharram is a very sacred month, and then moves on and comes like Safar, Rabiul Awwal. Rabiul Awwal is the spring. Prophet ﷺ was born in the month of Rabiul Awwal. That's the reason it's called Rabiul Awwal. Allah knows, but because in this month Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had to bring the Prophet of Allah ﷺ in this world. And then it moves on, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grants us the month of Sha'ban and then month of Ramadan. So when it comes, the month of Ramadan is almost like it's already 9 months that have passed in the year, and the person is already sort of like his heart is like getting deteriorated, getting filthy. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala somehow, in one form or the other, for every sort of a person who has some sort of iman in his heart, He washes his heart away in that month of Ramadan. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's mercy is showering in that month. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, after Ramadan, the days of Hajj start. Shawwal, Dhul Qa'dah, and Dhul Hijjah. And before the year ends, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He grants people this azim, this beautiful month of Dhul Hijjah, which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala Himself quotes as that wal fajri wal layalin ashr, that these are the blessed 10 nights. The first 10 nights are so blessed, and according to ulama, that these 10 nights are even more blessed than the last 10 nights of Ramadan. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He invites some of His some of his friends, some of his beloved people to his house as a guest. And despite of the fact that who they are, what have they done in their life, if they go there with talab, with desire, with a feeling of being ashamed in their hearts, on the 9th of Dhul Hijjah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgives every single person. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's mercy is so much on that day that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that Allah ta'ala doesn't only forgive the people who are on Hajj, on Arafah, but also He forgives every single person that those people ask forgiveness for. So if you look into the way that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has designed our life, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants that we all be forgiven somehow. So first of all, people who have gone for Hajj, may Allah ta'ala accept their Hajj, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also invite everybody to His blessed house. And these are the people who have come back pure. So we should do proper ikram of these people, and we all should go and meet with these people, ask these people for forgiveness, because they are like newborn babies, masoom. So there is a better chance of their du'as getting accepted in the sight of Allah. And the people who have gone to Hajj, they should also realize the opportunity that Allah Ta'ala has given them. And the first and the foremost thing that these people should do is that they should ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for forgiveness, because they don't know where they have been, they don't know what they have just achieved. So it's only right that people ask for forgiveness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala because they were not able to give that place its proper right. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also says in the Quran, ثُمَّ أَفِيدُوا مِنْ حَيْثُ أَفَادَ النَّاسِ وَاسْتَغْفِرُوا اللَّهِ. About Hajj, then turn to the place where everybody returns to, that is Arafat. وَاسْتَغْفِرُوا اللَّهِ. And then ask for forgiveness of Allah. And this opportunity that people have been given by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it should be a landmark in their lives. I mean, if people look back in their lives, they should take this Hajj in their life as a landmark, that this was the time that I was given this opportunity, and they should really change their life from this point onwards. All the things that they were doing in the past, all the heedlessness that was there, that should all go away now. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us that He is showering us with blessings. He is providing us with all the opportunities, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also wants from us that we also make an effort. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that you are all believers. You are all people of Iman, so live like people of Iman. That's what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's demand from us is. The ayah that I recited in the beginning, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, aminu. That, oh, you who believe, believe. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not talking to Ya ayyuhalladhina kafaru, aminu. No. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu. Aminu billahi wa rasulihi. That, oh, you believe, believe in Allah and His Messenger. Because you are saying it with your tongue and you say that you have belief in your heart, but you still do not believe the way that you should believe. Because if you are truly believers, and all of us are, alhamdulillah, but the matter of fact is that we are not true believers. This is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's demand from all of us is. Oh, you who believe, believe in Allah as His Messenger. When you say La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah, that by default puts a lot of responsibility on all of you. So ulama have given different meanings of this ayah. Some ulama say that you have said it with the tongue, then believe from your heart as well now. Some ulama say that remove the hypocrisy. What you look like, make your inside, your batin like that as well. Wearing your sunnah dress and growing your beard and putting your caps on, putting your hijab and your niqab, also make your heart like a believer. Leave your hypocrisy. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala demands that from us. We can continue saying all our life, oh, I'm a hypocrite, I'm a hypocrite, I'm a hypocrite. But what are you doing to remove that hypocrisy from your life? Is there something that we are doing to remove that? It's the hukam of Allah, it's the order of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, aminu. Oh, you who believe, believe. Because you have still not believed. Because if you had believed, then you would have become like the Sahaba. وَإِذَا قِيلَ لَهُمْ آمِنُوا كَمَا آمَنَ النَّاسِ. When it is said to them, believe as the people believed. Which people? The Sahaba. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala purposely didn't say, like the Prophet believed, because the belief of the Prophet, nobody can match that belief. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created a group of people amongst the Sahaba, and saying that these are also people like you and me. They're not angels. They also have blood that runs in their veins. They also have desires. They have also bodies in which the ruh resides. They're also made from dust. They also have all these feelings that you have, sadness, happiness. They also believe. What's wrong with you? How are you different? وَإِذَا قِيلَ لَهُ آمِنُوا كَمَا آمَنَ النَّاسِ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in another ayah says, "Udkhulu fi silmi kaffa." Enter into this submission 100%, completely. You do not have a choice that, I'll do this, but I won't do this. I can do this, it's very hard. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, aminu. Oh, you who believe, believe. This is your life. That's what your purpose in life is. That's why you are sent in this dunya. That's the whole purpose of our life. And we are all busy in doing things that are not appropriate for a believer. We all say we believe. And the reason I'm saying is that, if somebody says that you are Hindu or you're a kafir or you're a Christian, I mean, there will be a fire that will lit in our hearts. That means that we feel good about being believers. But then there is this nisbah, this connection tied with this name of a believer. Where is that nisbah? What are we doing if we call ourselves a believers? Does it mean that being a believer doesn't mean that you do whatever you feel like? You go out, waste all your time hanging out with friends, this party and that party. Were Sahaba doing all that? You call yourself a believer, but what are you doing as a believer? Are you spending each and every moment of your life living as a believer? Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu aminu. O you who believe, believe. Leave that hypocrisy. Live like a believer. Look like a believer. Act like a believer. And today we all call ourselves believers, but is our eyes believers? قل للمؤمنين يغضوا من أبصارهم قل للمؤمنين يغضوا من أبصارهم. Tell the believers lower their gaze, that they should lower their gaze. We call ourselves believers. Are our eyes believers? Are our tongue believers? Prophet ﷺ said that a mu'min, a believer, can be anything but a liar. To save ourselves, we lie left and right. لا يغضب بعضكم بعضا. Do not backbite one another. Are our tongues believers? Are our ears believers? You listen to backbiting. You listen to people saying against other people. You listen to music. You listen to all that rubbish. Are our limbs believers? The places that we go to, are they all appropriate? All what we should do is we should put ourselves in the space at the place of a Sahabi. And if we feel that we are trying to follow pick one Sahabi. If we are trying to follow one Sahabi, cannot be like them, can never be like them. If we are trying to imitate one Sahabi, okay, I can say that we are all trying. But if we look into ourselves, if we look into our hearts and look at our outward, if we're not even close to any of the Sahabi, that means there is an issue. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made these Sahaba as our role models. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said that you pick one Sahabi, become like that. You cannot be like a prophet. But because the criteria of your iman is that you should take one Sahabi, become like a Sahabi. It's so amazing the way that we live our lives today, saying ourselves that we are believers. It's amazing. We are so heedless, as if we are going to a different place and not our graves. We are going to a different place and we're not going to stand up on the Day of Judgment, as if there is a fourth place other than the paradise and the hellfire and the Araf that we are going to. So amazing. Where is the belief? Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu aminu billahi wa rasulih. The heart is filled with filth. So amazing that you talk to a believer and his heart is filled with jealousy, with arrogance, with pride, with hatred, with animosity. What sort of believer are we? Talk bad about people, think bad about people. The intellects, the minds filled with filth. Driving down the road, and you're standing at a stoplight and look at the car next to us, and there's somebody sitting, and for the next 10 minutes just thinking about that person. Mind filled with filth. Not even thinking what we are eating, is it halal, is haram, is it doubtful, is it okay for me to eat? Eating like animals. Just going and picking everything. I mean, just imagine if Sahaba were eating like that. Behaving with their wives like animals. Literally animals. I hear horror stories. Literally horror stories. And we can make a horror movie just based on the stories that we hear from believers, so-called. In every aspect. Behavior, attitude, and personal relations. Animals. And call themselves believers. يا أيها الذين آمنوا آمنوا. All what we are doing is just looking at other people. Our chest out, head up, looking at other people. Oh, look at that person. Look at how is he wearing his imamah. Look at that person. He doesn't even know how to pray. Did he bend his back right? Where did he put his feet when he was sitting in his prayer? We have never looked into our own hearts. It would have been better that we had take this head down, eyes closed, and looked into our hearts. What am I? This is what we should have been doing, so that we could correct ourselves. Our prayers, mashallah. There are some people who don't pray. Some people who pray but so hard. Some people get the tawfiq to go to the masjid, but then go to the masjid as if there's an electric current in the masjid. Just go there and then just run. No sunnahs, nothing, no sitting, no azkar, no dua, no adab. And even in the prayers, if when will that finish? When will that finish? This Ramadan went for Taraweeh, and mashallah, the recitation was beautiful. He was reciting very slowly. After the prayer, one person just came up and said, why can't you recite quickly so that we can go back home quickly? This is not the way to recite in Taraweeh. And he was arguing, giving all these proofs and this and that. What will you do after going back home? Ramadan. Come on, you should sit here all night. And we don't even know what are we doing in our prayers. Once the Imam of the masjid, he led the prayer. After he finished, he thought that he possibly has prayed an extra or he prayed one less. He didn't know. He turned after the prayer and asked, what did I pray? Did I pray 3 or 4? And nobody in the masjid knew that if you prayed 3 or 4. And we are so ready to pick up, this Imam, he did this mistake in his prayer. Allahu Akbar. In the congregational prayer, how do you know that Imam is doing a mistake? How come can you know that Imam has committed a mistake in the prayer during the congregational prayer? How do you know? Where is your heart? Can you call yourself a believer? Prophet ﷺ said that this is from the signs of the Day of Judgment, that the masajid will be full of people. There will be no humbleness, there will be no humility, there will be no khushu in the prayer. So we all need to work on ourselves and our hearts to become a believer. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu aminu. Oh, you who believe, believe. We all can say that we believe, but we don't believe really. Because if we had truly believed, then our hearts would have become a heart of a believer. وَإِذَا ذُكِرَ اللَّهُ وَجِلَتْ قُلُوبُهُمْ. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's name is mentioned in front of them, their hearts tremble with fear, with love, with awe. That's the sign of the believer. وَإِذَا تُلِيَتْ عَلَيْهِمْ آيَاتِهِ زَادَتْهُمْ إِيمَانًا. وَإِذَا تُلِيَتْ عَلَيْهِمْ. What is it, ayah? وَإِذَا تُلِيَتْ عَلَيْهِمْ آيَاتُهُ زَادَتْهُمْ إِيمَانًا. When the ayahs, the verses of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala are recited in front of them, their iman increases. We read Quran and we don't even know, we listen to the ayahs of the Quran. Does our iman increase? Then where is the belief? So we all want to live our own life. My life, my way. This is a slogan that everybody has, all of us. Okay, iman. My name is Hamid and Muhammad and Abdullah and Zainab and Aisha and Maryam. But let me live my life my way. I'll put on hijab, I'll put on my thobe, I'll put on my amama, I'll look like a believer, but let me live my life my way. Nobody is willing to change his life for the sake of Allah. And even people who want to change, they will change, but they will not change the things that are hard on their nafs. There will be still few things, I cannot do this, it's very hard. My husband will not allow me to do that. My wife will not like it. My kids won't like it. My parents won't like it. Where is Allah? Where is Iman? Where is the belief? So we all need to learn this. We all need to work on our hearts. We all need to get this Iman in our hearts. And this is what tasawwuf is all about. To make your hearts a heart of a believer. There's nothing more, nothing less. Become a person of character. Become a person of the character of Sahaba. And today, especially our young folks, Allahu Akbar, I don't know what has happened to our youth. Everybody has issues. And one issue is common. Desires. Nobody can control himself. Didn't Sahaba control themselves? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying in the Quran, be patient. We're not human beings. Are we eating something different? Anger. What is that? This is this angry young man. Yeah, this is very common. And it's like people feel proud. Angry young man. Shame on you, angry young man. What sort of believer are you? وَالْكَاظِمِينَ الْغَيْظِ وَالْعَافِينَ عَنِ النَّاسِ. This is a believer who control their anger and who forgive people. And the worst is that when people hurt other people. A believer can never hurt another person. Al-Muslimu man salima al-Muslimuna min lisanihi wa yadihi. A Muslim, a believer, is a person from whom the other person is saved from his tongue and his hands. This is a believer. And we don't even care about other people anymore. Just looking, me. How can I get things? Not even thinking about how can my brother and my sister get things. Everybody is so selfish. This is the worst of them all. Even people who outwardly follow deen, this is so common. Me. Just imagine if everybody in this dunya starts saying me. What will happen to this dunya? There will be an explosion. There are still some people of Allah who are thinking about other people. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about the Sahaba who are role models. وَيُؤْثَرُونَ عَلَىٰ أَنفُسِهِمْ وَلَوْ كَانَ بِهِمْ خَصَاصَةٌ وَيُؤْثِرُونَ عَلَىٰ أَنفُسِهِمْ وَلَوْ كَانُوا بِهِمْ خَصَاصَةٌ وَلَوْ كَانَ بِهِمْ خَصَاصَةٌ. That they prefer other people over their own selves even if they're in loss. They give out in like whatever they have, they just give out to other people. These are the believers. And now we are all so selfish, mashallah. Illa mashallah as well. Except for a few people. But there are very few, believe me. Very few. I mean, if you look at the life of the Sahaba who are our role models, there are amazing examples that you can find from the Sahaba. It's a very common example that almost I think everybody knows about. But it's good to repeat and remind ourselves. In one of the battlefields, one of the Sahabi who was on the deathbed, almost dying. And when people are dying, the state that they are in is very hard. It's very hard, even to the best of the people. When the ruh is about to come out of the body, this is the hardest time in people's life. And they were very thirsty in the heat of the desert. Just imagine that they have been fighting for Allah knows how long. And they're at their deathbed. Just imagine, I'm just trying to give you the state of the Sahabi. And he's calling, it's water. I'm thirsty. He's like, he couldn't move. And one of the person who was like carrying water, whose duty, whose responsibility was to do khidmat, to serve the people who were who were fighting. And as soon as that person, he took this water to this Sahabi and is about to drink it, just imagine. I mean, even in this hot weather, if you come out in like June, July, right, and if you're really thirsty, and what you want is some cold drink, and this person is dying, and as soon as he was about to drink that water, he suddenly hears a voice. Somebody else is saying, water. So this person, this Sahabi radiallahu anh, he said to this person who was serving him water, go to this person, possibly he is more thirsty than I am. And this person, he goes, and to the second Sahabi, and the second Sahabi radiallahu anh, when he was about to drink water, he hears another voice, water. And he goes to the third person, he said, go to this person, possibly he is more in need of water than I am. And this person, he goes to the third person, and when this Sahabi, the third Sahabi, who was also very thirsty on his deathbed, when the person, he took water to this third Sahabi, when he reached him, he saw that he had already passed away. So he came to the second Sahabi, and by the time he reached the second Sahabi, this Sahabi had also passed away. And he comes to the first Sahabi, and he sees that the first Sahabi has also passed away. Imagine that at the time of their death, when they were most in the need of water, still they were willing, they wanted that other person can somehow benefit. even if I am in loss. Does not matter. وَإِذَا قِيلَ لَهُمْ آمِنُوا كَمَا آمَنَ النَّاسِ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants that we become like these Sahaba. When we were truly believers, people realized, people could look at us and would become Muslims just by looking at us. Do you think all these Sahaba after the time of the Prophet ﷺ, they all were giving these long speeches? No. They were just moving and people were looking at them, looking at their dealings, and were becoming Muslims. Because their character was so beautiful. They were truly believers. It comes about Sayyidina Abdullah bin Mubarak rahmatullah alayhi that his neighbor, who was a Jew, he decided to sell his house. And the person who came to buy his, he says, what's the price of your house? So imagine that the price of that type of house on that town was 1,000 dirhams, for example. He said 2,000 dirhams. He said 2,000 dirhams? He said, your house, it worth 1,000 dirhams. Why are you asking for 2,000 dirhams? He said 1,000 is the price of my house, 1,000 is the price of the neighborhood that you're getting. Of Sayyidina Abdullah bin Mubarak rahmatullah alayhi. These were believers. It's written in the books that there was a young man, a Muslim, and he went out to some place, like in another town, and he went out for hunting. So when he was hunting, he took his arrow and he threw the arrow to hunt something, and that arrow, rather than hitting the animal, it hit a small little young kid who was just walking, was playing in the fields. It hit him and he died at the spot. So the people caught him and they didn't even know who he is. He said, okay, let's take him to the judge, to the court. He has killed our boy. The family caught him. So he was brought in the court to the judge, and he said, what did you do? He said, it's not my fault really. I was just hunting and I threw the arrow, and rather than hitting the animal, this small young little kid was walking, playing in the field. It hit him. I didn't really kill him intentionally. So he brought the family of the kid. They said, what do you want to do? He didn't do it intentionally. They said, we don't know anything, but we want revenge, and we want that he be killed in place of the kid. Okay. So the judge said, okay, what can I do? So he's a Muslim judge. He said, this is the ruling. If you kill somebody, your life will be taken in return. This is what you have to do. It's fine. So the judge said, okay, you will be killed next Friday, after 1 week. So he was put into the jail. Now it's not his town, he's come from another town. So at night he said to the guard, the security guard, he said, what, I'm not from this town, and they have decided that the judge has decided that they're going to kill me in return. It's fine, but I'm a Muslim, and if you kindly allow me that I go back to my town, so that there were no mobile phones, I informed my family that this is what's going to happen to me. I have a few loans that I have to pay back, so I'll pay back those loans. I have a few things that people have given to me as trust, I will pay back the trust, etc. Can you please allow me? I'll go back and I'll make sure that I'll come back before the time that's appointed on Friday, next Friday, when I'm going to be killed. So this security guard, he also knew who Muslims are. He said, you go, don't worry, I will take the responsibility. I know you are a Muslim, and Muslim never lies. You are going to come back, go. So he goes. So next Friday comes. and this person is not back yet. And the time of the punishment came. So the judge, he said, where is that guy? Bring him. So this security guard, he said, I did something. I'll let him go because of this, and this reason. And he said that he's going to come back, but he hasn't come back. I'm sorry, but this is what I did. The judge said, okay, if he doesn't come, then you will be hanged in his place. Now this person, okay, so the people whose kid was killed, they were Christians, and this security guards were also a Christian. So now these people are very shocked. A Muslim killed our child, who was and now in place of him, a Christian will be killed as well. So they are very shocked. So when the time came and they all decided, let's hang this security guard, they saw that somebody's coming running from far. So they said, wait, somebody's coming. And they waited, and this is the same person. And he was coming, sweating, and so what happened? He said, I'm really sorry, but I wanted to come on time, but there is a river in my, when I was coming back from my town, there was a river in the middle. And I took a boat, but the boat wasn't fast enough. So that delayed me coming here on time. So please forgive me, I'm here. So when they saw it, the family of the child, they said, SubhanAllah, these are the Muslims? They said to the judge, we are not forgiving this person, but looking at the character of this person, we are all becoming Muslims. These were the believers. And today we have to go to somebody's place and we give them 2 o'clock time that will come at 2 p.m. and that poor person is waiting for you 2 p.m. and it's 3 p.m. and 3:30 and 4 o'clock and 4:30 and this person is not there. And all this time is getting wasted. Where is your tongue? SubhanAllah, you are invited to a wedding party, 7 p.m. marriage ceremony. MashaAllah. Especially our Pakistani and Indians and Bangladeshis, beautiful brothers. You go there at 7 p.m. and even sometimes the door is even locked. And at 7:30 the people of the house are coming. We are here at 7. We came here at 7 p.m. Oh, did you? Don't worry, just wait. And it becomes 8 and 9 and 10 and 11 and 12 at night. And we call ourselves believers. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu aminu. You're wasting other person's time. You're wasting his precious time that he could have used for the preparation of his grave. You're hurting him. Just imagine the pain that person goes through. Have you ever thought about it? Somebody's coming, he said, he's going to come at 3 and you're all ready, waiting for him, If you ask your kid, go, sleep in your room, somebody's coming, and waiting for an hour or 2, and he doesn't even call that I'm getting late. Please call. I'm getting late, don't worry, please relax, please forgive me, I'll come in another hour. At least do that. That's okay. And we don't even care, we don't even think twice as if we're doing something wrong, and we call ourselves believers. When Baghdad was the center of the Muslim empire, one of the people from the non-Muslim places, their CID, they said, go and look in Baghdad, why are these people they're conquering places right and left? What's good in them? So this person comes to Baghdad, a non-Muslim, and he was tired, right? He went to a restaurant and he ordered something to eat. And while he was eating, he saw there's another person sitting, and he's staring at him. And he's staring and staring and smiling as well at the same time. He said, I don't know who is that person, but... So after he was done eating, he went to the counter, like the cash counter, and he said, how much is the bill? He said, don't worry, your bill has been paid. He said, what? He said, your bill has been paid. He said, who paid it? He said, this person sitting on your next table, he came to me and said, looks like he's a stranger, and he's not from this town. So it's my responsibility that if there is a stranger in the town, I want to feed him. Okay, mashallah. Well, he wasn't a Muslim. So then he went to a shop. He wanted to buy something. So he went to a shop and he said, how much is this thing for? It's like, this thing is for, say, 5 dirhams. He said, okay, I'll buy it. He said, that's fine, I can sell it to you, but I would rather prefer that you go to this shop who is right in the front and you get it from that place. This thing is also sold for 5 dirhams in that place as well. He said, okay. So he went to the other shop and got that thing for 5 dirhams, but he was like very curious. He said, he came to the first shop. He said, you could have sold me the same thing for 5 dirhams. Why did you send me to the other shop? He said, you know what? There were many people who came and bought from my shop. And whatever I got today was enough for my family. But this shop is right in front of mine, and I was seeing all day that not many people came to his shop today. So I thought that you have come, why don't you go and get something from him so that he also gets something for today. These were believers. وَيُؤْثِرُونَ عَلَىٰ أَنفُسِهِمْ. They prefer other people over their own selves. So we have to take care of this nisbah, my friends. We have very beautiful nisbah. We have very beautiful connection. Where is the connection to our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam? When we say that we have believed, we have a connection with Allah and His Messenger. We are Khalifatullah fil ard. We are not just like anybody. We are Khalifatullah fil ard. This is our biggest title. We are the representatives of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on the earth. That's what believer means. So we have to protect this nisbah. At least be careful about this nisbah if you cannot protect it. There was a person, like an actor, who would change his roles. What do you call him in English? His job was that he would just act. He would do makeups and would look like a different person. That was what his job was. So in the time of Aurangzeb, Alamgir in India, this person, he was the master of his art, so called. So he went to the king, and he said, that why don't you give me a gift? I'm such a good actor. So this was people used to come to the king and would ask them for gifts and with these sort of things. He said, I'll give you a gift. I know who you are, but you have never been able to deceive me by changing your outlook. If you are able to deceive me somehow, then I will give you a gift. Then I will know that you are really good at your act. So this person said, okay. So he started thinking, how can I deceive the king? So he thought that this king he respects the people of Allah, the saints, very much. So he grew his beard, put his like thobe on, his amama on, went out of the city, put a tent and started doing zikr there. So slowly, gradually, people started to getting to know about him and said, oh, this is a person of Allah who sits outside the city and in his own tent, and all he's doing is zikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. People used to take gifts to him, give him gifts, he would refuse. Say, no, I don't need anything, just go. People come for dua, he'll make dua, just go. So people started thinking, he's really a person of Allah. He doesn't even accept any dunyawi things. So all this news reached Aurangzeb. So he said, I should go and visit this person as well. So he came with his whole army and, visited him. And after he was done, he gave him like an envelope or bag full of like gold coins. He said, please accept this from me. He said, I don't need your dunya, just take it back. So he insisted. He said, no, I don't need your dunya. He came back. He said, really, you're the person of Allah? So after he came back, this person, he comes to Aurangzeb. He said, give me a gift. He said, what? Why? He said, I was able to deceive you. He said, when did you deceive me? He said, do you know that person who you visited thinking that he's a person of Allah? Who was he? He said, I know. He said, he was me. He said, really? He said, now give me a gift. So he took out some coins, maybe 1, 2, and said, okay, this is your gift. He said, what's that? Only 1 or 2 coins? He said, yes. So Aurangzeb said that I offered you a bag full of coins and you didn't accept that. How foolish were you? You could have accepted it at that time. He said, yes, I could have. But then I thought that if I accept this, then what would people think of the people of Allah? What would people think of the people of Allah? That they accept these dunya for a few du'as? So just this thought came into my mind and I rejected that. This person is better than us. We say that we are believers, but we never think that what would people think of us? That these are the believers? This person who like his jeans on and it's like drooping, his underwear showing, cigarette in his hand, sunglasses on. What would people think of him? Is he a believer? Was Prophet ﷺ like him? Were the Sahaba like this person? At least we should think about that. At least act. At least look like a believer. When a believer cheats, why doesn't he ever think that what would people think of him? He's a believer, his name is Muhammad, and he's cheating. When a person shouts, why doesn't he think that my name is Abdullah? What would people think that Abdullah shouts? When Fatima comes out with her like jeans and her skin-tight t-shirt on without her hijab, why doesn't she think that what would people think of her? Fatima? That's the name of the daughter of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Why does she think? When all of these like young boys and young girls stand in the middle of the street and in the mall, laughing and joking and chatting, why don't they think what would people think of them when they're hugging and shaking hands with each other? At least become like this actor, who at least have some like concern in his heart. What would people think of the people of Allah? In the Grand Mosque of Delhi, there was a beggar sitting on the stairs. And a person, a white man, a non-Muslim, he came to India for some project. And while he was there, he thought, let me go and see the historical places, the beautiful places of the town. So he went to this mosque. And when he was climbing the stairs, this beggar came to him and he said, I'm a poor person. Just like the beggars ask, I'm a poor person, can you please help me? This man, he took out his wallet and gave him, 10 rupees. So he saw the masjid and went back. And he went back to his house and he told his wife, you know what, I went to see the Grand Mosque of Delhi. It was a beautiful mosque. I want that you also come with me, and we both will go together next time and we both will see that. So his wife said, okay. So, and he put his hand in his pocket and he realized that he doesn't have his wallet. He was extremely upset. There were a lot of money in the wallet, possibly like thousands of rupees. So he said, what can I do, So next week they both went, he and his wife. And when they went there to the stairs of the masjid, the same beggar was there. And when he saw this person, he ran after this person. He said, you know what, I want to talk to you. So what's up? He said, when you came here last time and you took out your wallet to give me 10 rupees, you dropped your wallet. So here's your wallet. So he took his wallet and he opened it, and there were all those thousands of rupees, what were in the wallet, they were all there in the wallet. So this person was very amazed. He said, you're begging for 10 rupees and there were thousands of rupees in the wallet. Why couldn't you just take the wallet and go? I didn't even know that you had it. He said, yeah, you were right. But then I thought that you are from the Ummah of Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam. And I am from the Ummah of Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. I didn't want that on the day of judgment Sayyidina Isa comes to you, my prophet, and complain to him that your ummati, he did this to my ummati. This beggar is better than us. He has some concern for the nisbah. We don't even care. One of very pious person, he went to Hajj. He was going somewhere, somebody came running and he had his bag and he snatched his bag and ran away. So while he was running, suddenly, he got dizzy, he fell on the ground, he couldn't see anything. So people told him, you snatched that person's bag, he must have made a bad dua for you, you go and ask for forgiveness, give him his bag back. He said, yeah, I did something wrong. So he went back to that person, he couldn't find him. So there was a shopkeeper, he said, who are you looking for? He said, that this sort of a person. He said, I know that person. He comes to every prayer, next prayer that when he's going to come, I'll show you where is he, and you can go and give his bag back. So the next prayer time came, and this person went to that person and said, I'm very sorry, I snatched your bag, I was really felt bad, you must have made a bad dua for me, I was running and suddenly I felt dizzy and I fell on the ground, so I really apologize. He said, no, I didn't make any bad dua for you. I forgave you right there and then. I said, what? He said, yes.
I forgave you. When you snatched my bag and you were running away, I just forgave you. She was very amazed. She said, why did you forgive me? I just want you to know. He said that I've heard from ulama that Prophet ﷺ said that on the day of judgment, all my ummah will be presented for questioning. And until every of my ummati will have his questioning finished, I will not enter into the paradise. He said, I thought that if I don't forgive you, that on the day of judgment you will be brought and I'll be brought, and there will be some questioning done between you and me, and God knows what will happen. But I was thinking that we will waste the Prophet's time sallallahu alaihi wasallam on that day, that he will be waiting for me and you, that our questioning, our hisab will be finished, and then he will enter into the paradise. I didn't want to do that, so I just forgave you right there and then. These are the people who care for the nisbah. We also have to care for our nisbah. Our nisbah is a beautiful nisbah. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants that we be people of that nisbah, of that connection with Allah and His Messenger, and we become true believers. This Quran that we have on our shelves, it's not there to just like that we either put it on or keep it on our shelves, or maybe read it once a while, or even if we read it, we don't even know what's in there. That's Quran is not for that. Quran is there so that we take the rulings out of that book, we go to an alim, we go to a shaykh, we sit in their companies, learn from it, get to know about what my Allah wants from it, what does He get displeased with, and we take it in our lives and become true believers. That's the purpose. Allah Ta'ala didn't send the Quran and the Prophet just so that, we hear their stories. What Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants, that Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, aminu billahi wa rasulihi. Believe. O you who believe, believe in Allah and His Messenger. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give all of us tawfiq that we realize who we are. What are we doing? Literally, we should look into our own hearts, each and every single one of us. I should look into my heart. Everybody should look into their hearts. So amazing, we say that we believe, but then the way that we are, the way that we look like, the way that we behave, the way that we live our life is nowhere close to the life of a believer, the life of a Sahabi. So please, it's my request to all of you, and it's a reminder for my own self, is that we should realize before it's too late. We should take this command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to believe, and we should all change our lives to the way that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His Messenger like. Wa akhiru da'wana and alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. फासलों को तकल्लुफ है हमसे अगर हम भी बेबस नहीं, बेसहारा नहीं। फासलों को तकल्लुफ है हमसे अगर हम भी बेबस नहीं, बेसहारा नहीं। खुद उन्हीं को पुकारेंगे हम दूर से, रास्ते में अगर पाँव थक जाएंगे।
جیسے ہی سبز گنبد نظر آئے گا زندگی کا قرینہ بدل جائے گا. جیسے ہی سبز گنبد نظر آئے گا زندگی کا قرینہ بدل جائے گا. سر جھکانے کی فرصت ملے گی کسے خود ہی پلکوں سے سجدے ٹپک جائیں گے. ہم مدینے میں تنہا نکل جائیں گے اور گلیوں میں قصدن بھٹک جائیں گے. ہم وہاں جا کے واپس نہیں آئیں گے ڈھونڈتے ڈھونڈتے لوگ تھک جائیں گے. نام آقا جہاں بھی لیا جائے گا ذکر ان کا جہاں بھی کیا جائے گا. نور ہی نور سینوں میں بھر جائے گا ساری محفل میں جلوے لپک جائیں گے. اے مدینے کے زائر خدا کے لیے اے مدینے کے زائر خدا کے لیے داستان سفر مجھ کو یوں مت سنا. اے مدینے کے زائر خدا کے لیے داستان سفر مجھ کو یوں مت سنا. بات بڑھ جائے گی دل مچل جائے گا میرے محتاط آنسو چھلک جائیں گے. ان کی چشم کرم کو ہے اس کی خبر کس مسافر کو ہے کتنا شوق سفر. ہم کو اقبال جب بھی اجازت ملی ہم کو اقبال جب بھی اجازت ملی ہم بھی آقا کے دربار تک جائیں گے.
فاصلوں کو تکلف ہے ہم سے اگر ہم بھی بے بس نہیں، بے سہارا نہیں، خود انہی کو پکاریں گے ہم دور سے، راستے میں اگر پاؤں تھک جائیں گے۔ لا الہ الا اللہ محمد رسول اللہ۔ الحمد للہ رب العالمین، الحمد للہ رب العالمین، الحمد للہ رب العالمین۔ اللہم صل علی سیدنا محمد وعلی آل سیدنا محمد وبارک وسلم۔ اللہم صل علی سیدنا محمد وعلی آل سیدنا محمد وبارک وسلم۔ اللہم صل علی سیدنا وحبیبنا ونبینا ومولانا محمد وعلی آل سیدنا محمد وبارک وسلم۔ ربنا ظلمنا انفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين۔ ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب۔ لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إنا كنا من الظالمين۔ يا مقلب القلوب ثبت قلوبنا على دينك، يا مصرف القلوب صرف قلوبنا على طاعتك۔ اللهم آت نفوسنا تقواها وزكها أنت خير من زكاها، أنت وليها ومولاها۔ اللهم طهر قلوبنا من النفاق وأعمالنا من الرياء وألسننا من الكذب وأعيننا من الخيانة، فإنك تعلم خائنة الأعين وما تخفي الصدور۔ اللهم حبب إلينا الإيمان، اللهم حبب إلينا الإيمان، اللهم حبب إلينا الإيمان وزينه في قلوبنا، وكره إلينا الكفر والفسوق والعصيان وجعلنا من الراشدين۔ اللهم اغفر للمؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات والأحياء منهم والأموات إنك سميع قريب مجيب الدعوات۔ اللهم إنا نسألك الهدى والتقى والعفاف والغنى۔ اللهم انصر المجاهدين في كل مكان، اللهم أعز الإسلام والمسلمين، اللهم أعز الإسلام والمسلمين، اللهم أعز الإسلام والمسلمين يا أرحم الراحمين، يا أكرم الأكرمين، يا كريم، يا غفار، يا رحيم، يا ودود، يا وهاب، يا ستار، يا ستار، يا ستار، يا هنان، يا منان، يا أرحم الراحمين، يا أكرم الأكرمين، يا Allah. Ya Allah, please accept this gathering from all of us, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, please accept this gathering from all of us. Ya Allah, people have come from far, Ya Allah, people have come from near, people have struggled, Ya Allah, to come and sit in this gathering. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, there are people who have come on foot, there are people who have come on bus, there are people who have come from other cities. Ya Allah, men have come, women have come. Ya Allah, people are listening from far, people have taken out their time, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, if you do not accept this gathering, Ya Allah, then all of this time will be wasted, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, we beg you, Ya Allah, that please accept this time, this gathering from all of us, Ya Arhamar Rahimeen. Ya Allah, Ya Arhamar Rahimeen. Ya Allah, there are few of your beloved who are sitting here, Ya Allah, who you had invited, Ya Allah, to your blessed house for Hajj. Ya Allah, we give you wasta of these masoom people. Ya Allah, please accept this gathering from all of us. Ya Allah, you yourself have said that, Ya ayyuhan nas antumul fuqara'u ila Allah. That all people, you are beggar in front of Allah. Ya Allah, we are so honored, you are so, Ya Allah, honored that we got this title of being beggar at your door. Ya Allah, we truly are beggars. And Ya Allah, we are the beggars who have lost everything. Ya Allah, we don't even have anything, Ya Allah, that we can take to you to beg in front of you, Ya Allah. All what we have is these empty hands. Ya Allah, we beg you, Ya Allah, of your mercy. Ya Allah, we beg you of your rahmah. We beg you of, Ya Allah, all the good of this dunya and the hereafter. Ya Allah, please open your doors of mercy, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, please open your doors of mercy on this blessed night. Ya Allah, please open your doors on this blessed night. Ya Rahman Rahimeen, Ya Akram al-Akrameen. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, we are the ones who have lost everything, Ya Allah, in our lives. Ya Allah, we have nothing to present you except our sins. Ya Allah, we beg you, Ya Allah, you clean our filthy hearts. Ya Rahman Rahimeen. Ya Allah, only you know, Ya Allah, we have nothing to present, Ya Allah, we have nothing to give you, Ya Rahman Rahimeen. All what we do, Ya Allah, you also know the quality of that, the sincerity of that. Ya Allah, nothing that we do is, Ya Allah, is worthy of presenting it in front of you, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, we beg you that, Ya Allah, that you still accept us, Ya Rahman Rahimeen. Ya Allah, you have so many of your slaves, but we only have one Lord. Ya Allah, if we don't come to you, if we don't get it from you, Ya Allah, then where are we going to get from? Ya Allah, we beg you of your mercy, Ya Arhamar Rahimeen. Ya Allah, when a baby gets filthy, does the mother of the baby throw her away? Ya Allah, she always cleans the baby. Ya Allah, washes the baby, put on new clothes and hugs the baby because of her love for the baby. Ya Allah, you love us more than 70 mothers. Ya Allah, because of our sins, because of our filthiness of the heart, please do not, Ya Allah, reject us. Please do not throw us away, Ya Allah. We beg you that you clean our hearts with khair, with afiyah, and Ya Allah, put on new clothes of taqwa, of sunnah, of Quran on us. And Ya Allah, please love us, Ya Allah. Please accept us, Ya Arhamar Rahimeen. Ya Allah, all the people who've asked for du'as, Ya Allah, you know their needs more than we do. Ya Allah, people who are in need, people who are worried, people who are concerned, people who are anxious. Ya Allah, people who are sad. Ya Allah, all what people are in need of, Ya Allah, please remove all sadness, all calamity, all anxiety from them, Ya Allah. And Ya Allah, give them peace, give them sukoon, give them your love. Ya Allah, grant them all the good of this dunya and the hereafter. Ya Allah, people who are misguided, please guide them. Ya Allah, people who are sick, please give them perfect cure, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, people who are sick, please give them perfect cure, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, people who are sick, spiritually sick or physically sick, please give all of them and all of us, Ya Allah, perfect cure, Ya Arhamar Rahimeen. Ya Akram al-Akrameen, Ya Arhamar Rahimeen. Please accept every single one of us for the service of your deen, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, we are not worthy of serving your deen. Ya Allah, but Ya Arhamar Rahimeen, we are in need of serving your deen. Ya Allah, please accept us to serve your deen, Ya Allah. Ya Arhamar Rahimeen, Ya Akram al-Akrameen. Ya Allah, when it's time to go back to you, please call us with those blessed words of Ya ayyatuhan nafsul mutma'inna, irji'i ila rabbiki radiyatan mardiyya, fadkhuli fi ibadi wadkhuli jannati. Ya Allah, please make our graves from the gardens of paradise. Ya Allah, please, Ya Arhamar Rahimeen, make the questions of the graves easy for us. Please, Ya Allah, save us from the punishment. Make it, Ya Allah, from the gardens of paradise. Be with us, Ya Allah, in our graves when there'll be nobody but you, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, please, Ya Allah, when it's time to Ya Allah, stand in front of you, please look at us with a smile. Ya Allah, please give our book in our right hands. Ya Allah, give us the shade of your throne when there'll be no other shade. Ya Allah, please give us the blessed water from the blessed hands of your beloved Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Ya Allah, please give us his intercession. Ya Allah, please enter all of us into paradise in His company, Ya Allah, without reckoning, without questioning, Ya Arhamar Rahimeen. Ya Allah, Ya Arhamar Rahimeen. Ya Allah, please save us from all shurur, all fitnas, Ya Allah. Allahumma inna naj'aluka fi nuhurihim wa na'udhu bika min shururihim. Ya Allah, because of our weaknesses, Ya Allah, because of our insincerity, please, Ya Allah, do not close the doors, Ya Allah, of serving your deen. Ya Allah, please forgive us, Ya Allah, and increase us, Ya Allah, and accept us, Ya Allah, with khair and with afiyah. Ya Allah, everybody who has asked for du'as, Ya Allah, please accept their du'as and give them more than, Ya Allah, much, much more what they have been asking for, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, please, Ya Allah, give us all the good of this dunya and the hereafter. And Ya Allah, please allow us that we use this dunya for the sake of our hereafter, Ya Arhamar Rahimeen. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم وصلى اللهم تعالى على خير خلقه سيدنا وحبيبنا ونبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين والحمد لله رب العالمين. شكرا.